Granny orgy is sisters hiding with my grandmother. The real name is painting. They returned to their husband's house in 1962. You are my grandfather's brother. And got married a few months after my grandparents. That same year, he and his grandfather had a 5-year phone call. He went on foot when he had only been married a few days, leaving her with an empty stomach, while my grandmother was pregnant. My grandfather kept sighing because of it. He was afraid that he would not come back. And it's not very clever. There's no descendants. 1972 he orgy out 5. To the village with an unhealed arm. When fighting the enemy, 15 keeping your life back is a blessing. Compared to thousands and thousands of teammates, fell in the 1968 pro-trade campaign in particular. And the long anti-American resistance in general. His return was an invaluable gift. For the whole family. I'm even more excited about next year. In 1975, my grandfather returned alive. My grandmother is pregnant right away. And yet she's not moving at all. In my grandparents' time, the love story, getting to know each other. It's not too much, as hard as it was in feudal times. But they want to get married. It still needs the consent of both parents. The wedding cases. It's not uncommon for 2 people to do it themselves. The grandparents' story is a classic example. It's because the grandfather is far away. Before you enter 5. She deliberately asked the matchmaker to marry her. Maybe because we got married without love. So even in the same room. And you still don't have physical contact. Then tell her to be happy to be pregnant. My grandfather understands the situation as well. So day and night impact. Give them a chance to be close to each other. To connect the emotions. The fire near the straw has been burning for a long time. My grandfather's efforts were finally rewarded. Spring 1976. He said he would officially welcome his first child. He's a very healthy boy. My grandfather named me Uncle. I hope that in the future he will be as strong as steel and as strong as copper. Strong and powerful vitality before the storms of life. My grandfather's love for my uncle. To the grandmother, you must be jealous. You used to tell your grandfather, I love this guy more than you. Later she got pregnant a few more times. They are all born girls. Not counting the small ones. In total, they have 4 children together. A boy be a girl. 1980 grandmother died 1986. Until 1990. Grandfather and grandfather also turn their shirts to heaven. Grandma orgy and grandma stay, so raise the children grow up. No more steps. Even if there are people in the village. 15 years later is 1996. On the day of his death, the evening jubilee. When people are gathering to make rice offerings. To remember the deceased. She did a fantastic job. It's amazing to everyone there. I'm not saying it's extreme shock. She took a young girl and said that it was her daughter-in-law. She is the wife of Uncle Dong. There's nothing to talk about. If that girl doesn't look stupid. Stupid face and twisted smile. Prove you're crazy. Every one of them, when the shock passed, they protested. I think you have a problem. I picked a crazy girl to be my wife. The most obvious reaction, of course, is the guy. You yourself are surprised. Because of the decision, as well as his mother's strange behavior. I protested by running away from home. Not coming back all week. And their MO, someone also came to advise her to change her mind. Your uncle is not your only son. You get the funny thing again. Is it some kind of dumb cripple for oranges? What kind of village girl to choose? What's the point of marrying a crazy person? My brother's brothers also took turns talking to me. From the big and small to the big arguments. But it didn't work out. Before the storm of public opinion and their laughing irony MO. And the anger of the children. She was as solid as a stone table. Not only that, but when he returned, and day and night flatter, leak your ear to accept the crazy wife she arranged. I don't know what you said. Later on, his attitude changed. Even if it's not fun, it's not as stressful as it was at first. Uncle Dong's crazy wife. I don't know what his name is, where he's from. People really don't care about that. They all call you crazy. She's crazy about staying home grandma orgy. She lit incense to her ancestors. But there was no wedding at all. There's not even a display tray. Who says it to you crazy? What the fuck is a wedding? It takes a lot of work. And then get back the gossip. The laughter of the emo village. From the day she came back. Crazy aunt gets to eat, shower, wash nice, so it looks different. Even if you look closely, you can see that Ka is quite good looking. Even if it looks stupid and stupid and stupid. But you're crazy and you listen to her. She is also very interested in taking care of you. Time to brush your hair for crazy. She used to say good. Later. Give me a cute little grandson. This old lady has a prize. You're crazy, you just clap and laugh. There's a reward. As opposed to my brother's mother. That is, your daughter. To be uncomfortable in public. When you are not present. They often try to bully and scold. Threaten you crazy without pity. To make you afraid to leave. Once they tied you up crazy. Put it cheaply in your mouth and put it in your stomach. I have been looking for you all day. She was very angry. Later Mrs. R.A. ultimatum. Anyone who touches you is crazy, and you kick him out of the house. They're torturing you crazy so it's less. But the estrangement is constantly increasing. One day she suddenly became pregnant. Being pregnant is true. Real. The question is whether the child is the father or not. You yourself are confused. I used to say, there was a time when I was bored and drunk. But after returning home, yes, whether I'm going to bed with you crazy or not, I'm not sure. You don't have to say you're glad you showed up. She takes great care of her daughter-in-law. Crazy girl gets replenished so red meat. That's why my stomach has been pregnant for 4 months. It looks like it's been 6 months. The tie is bigger. The brother's husband's. More and more itchy eyes with her teeth. Copper is no exception. Even though it's not directly tormenting you crazy. He always looks at his wife with contempt. Hate to the extreme. One day my uncle came home with a daughter. I told her I was going to marry her. Her name is Lower. If you fall, you are strange. Before I drive you crazy, she also used to break. I can hear that you and your brother are getting to know each other. Maybe because I love you too much. She gave up everything to accept the situation. And you also understand. With that crazy wife who has any feelings. Neither you nor they acknowledge her identity. If you take down the copper, the name of the agreement itself, to be a wife. The crazy concubine is like a servant in the house. I want to see you bring your lover back. With a strong attitude, you understand. You can't stop it. My son was silent for half a day. He also agreed to let me marry you. But the trouble comes from here. After the wedding, I asked her to leave. If you are correct, you must say that you are correct. Uncle and uncle are not in the same room. This one again. Make your mother quarrel broke out. I don't understand why. I would love to have such a strange request. Your Majesty is sobbing. And the copper is mad to destroy everything. If my mother still has a weird attitude. In the face of the Kappa's harsh reaction, she was glad to give in. Daily for 2 daughters-in-law. You're being fair like that. Except that I don't want to be close to my brother. The rest of you care. No less crazy than you. although there is no pregnancy. But just how crazy is your stuff? You must have such a part. Not to mention the laundry. She also forced her daughters to share with her sister-in-law. I don't want you to do it all. It was going pretty well until one afternoon. The whole village was rocked by her screams. Who rushed to see the military situation? How to find out? The bull is lying struggling on the ground with its hair naked. Mouth constantly calls her crazy. When everyone picked her up, they knew she was crazy. Was missing. 01 who can see you? I used to laugh at her. But look at her feelings for him. Such a crazy daughter-in-law is also touched. The villagers told each other to go everywhere. They say a woman has been pregnant for almost 7 months. It's not going very far. Each of you can't see what kind of fall you're in. Some people carefully jump into the pond, for fear that you might slip into the water. But look everywhere. The shadow of the crazy girl is still wandering. You're going crazy. She wandered all the caves and alleys to find her daughter-in-law. Give your children enough sugar. The next morning, it was her turn to disappear. The whole family is scratching now. They cry and blame each other for it. Don't watch your mother carefully. Everyone is worried about you. No one ever mentioned you crazy. Maybe in their eyes you're just a fool. An uninvited guest. If you live or die, it doesn't matter. Only one person cares about you crazy. That's my mother. She said she was miserable. Though saw, it's carrying the blood of this house. Leave it like that, and if anything, it hurts. Even if you don't say RA, but everyone's guessing old. My guess is that from the day of the go back to being your wife. You are crazy, no less. Because everyone knows. If you want to be there, you are welcome. But if you go away, you're crazy and miserable. My mother once went to fetch water by her grandmother's house. I see you are crazy, and your aunt has scolded you so badly. He even washed a large pot of clothes for the whole family. When the belly is in the air. My mother had no AI. Just come in and help your crazy laundry. You are crazy to look at my mother. You're out of the way. And then point to the leg to do a leisurely movement. My mom understands you're crazy talking about. I got hit on 8 ankles by my aunt. She didn't hit him in the face. You are crazy for fear of finding out. More hitting on the ankle. It hurts and leaves no trace. My mother loves you crazy. But it didn't help much. I brought this up to my parents. Even Saw is a woman. If he is crazy, he will do whatever he wants. And the copper. I don't love people. You also have to teach your wife. Who makes love to a pregnant woman? Like that. My father didn't say anything. I'm the one who shows little emotion. I used to say that he was heartless. Your words sound like something in your ear. It's not good to let you sleep. In the end, I can only sigh. The story gradually goes into oblivion. Until the day you're mad and you're missing. My mother raised this suspicion. Is it because your aunt did something? Make her crazy. Is she afraid she'll leave? But doubt is just a doubt. No one knows exactly what happened. Until Monday night when I said I was missing. Dad with Uncle, and the brothers continue to be outside looking for Mom. Send us to Grandma. Then to the uncle's house. Sleeping with your sister and you. The first night I slept in my uncle's house. I've run into something strange. I said all night. I didn't sleep very well, I just woke up. Sometimes I dream and sometimes I open my eyes. I can see the black shadow standing there, at the head of his aunt's bed. I was so afraid to cover my face with a blanket. When you take courage, open the blanket and see that the shadow is no more. Mother breathed. Take the blanket out of your head. I was once again shocked to realize. Not it goes. It's now moving to the head of the bed. I'm looking at my mom. I screamed for an hour and sat up and collected Lou in the corner of the bed. I dare not open my eyes. You and your mother wake you up. Turn on the lights and ask. The cowardly ghost mother was afraid to tell what she had seen. People start selling their doubts. She went into the blanket with her mother. Ghost. That's a ghost, people. You are next to Uncle Dong. If you hear that, bully or this one, where the hell is that shit? Is there a ghost who can enter the house? She must have been dreaming. When I heard the poet say that, I was silent, even though in my heart I know I'm not dreaming. Ever since I saw the shadow, I can't sleep. In my heart, it's not quiet. Midnight in the morning, suddenly there was a thunder and lightning. The wind was so strong that it blew out the window. I don't understand why. Your aunt and you are still sleeping very drunk without knowing anything. Mom gets down on the bed, slippers on, walks to the window, completely shut the door. Hands out with 2 doors. My mother's eyes looked out into the yard in a flickering flash. In the morning at night. I stopped because I saw that AI standing in the yard, looking straight at the window. I'm scared to death. His hands and feet couldn't move or move. The shadow of Kia is getting farther and farther away. The lightning flickered clear. It's the shadow of a man. He pointed his hand at his mother. Space fluttering. Echoing the sound of low and low. Go. Go now. Don't ever go back. At this time, I was up in the clouds. The shadow Kia. It's gone, I don't know anymore. The next morning everyone woke up. I realized I was in bed. The smell of oil. She and her aunt saw her mother open her eyes and breathed a sigh of relief. Oh, Sister Hugh. You scared us to death. They said she was hit by the wind. The cold calls forever awake. I told you about last night. I saw the ball outside. Let's hear it for you and your aunt. I can hear all the chicken skin. She noticed something unusual, she said. Last night there was a thunderstorm that knocked on the door. We don't know. Why does anyone see it but no one sees it? Or are you going to threaten us? She shook her head. I swear I'm telling the truth, I'm not threatening. The man I saw was wearing a uniform. Head in a mortar hat. Because it's so dark, I can see my face. I'm afraid of breaking my bile. You smell like rejection. You fainted on the spot. You have to lie under the window. But, I was still in bed this morning. Not on the ground. It is clear that your soul is broken. You're dreaming nonsense. While everyone is arguing, she stood near the window. He came back with the face of the 7 gods, stuttering, everyone. It was really thunderstorm last night. It seems to be raining heavily. Everyone rushed towards the aunt and looked outside. The sky was dimly lit. The scene was now much clearer. In the yard, of course. It's all fallen leaves with standing water. Traces of evidence for last night's rainstorm. She went outside and opened the main door. She stood on the porch looking around. This scene proves that the rain is not small. So you're right, not a dream. Reasons to do so. But everyone can sleep so well. You are more usually awake. Just a little noise. It's enough to wake you up. Not since she's been missing, she's been nervous. Hard to eat, hard to sleep, but that's a question that no one can answer. It's all wrapped up in people's hearts, a big question mark. Wait until the sky is clear. I just left my uncle's house. When I got to the end of the road, I met the man. A person who goes frog fishing at night. He looked at his mother with yellow teeth, smoke out laughing. Ha 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 ha, where are you going so early? I greeted him on the phone and said hello. My house, my house. Come in and sleep with them one night. They are afraid that they are in trouble. And then I couldn't stand it. He asked Han a few more questions and left. I stood watching the shadow of his back. I feel something suspicious. Mom called with. Did you go frog fishing last night? I have to eat at your house. The man looked back and nodded. My mother breathed a sigh of relief, then hurried back home. She rejoices in her heart for casting off doubt. Push the gate in and call your aunt and these girls. I get it. Last night the man I saw was the voicemail. It's a broken spirit. I met you in the street. He wears Chang's army clothes. The person I saw. He was fishing for frogs passing by. That's right, I imagine. Your stepsister with you. We slept really well last night. It's raining a little and we don't know. Your Majesty also contributed. I've been looking for my tired mother all day. A night without sleep is strange. People keep talking without paying attention to the smell. She smells sweeping the yard, but now her broom hand is leveled. Her face was as pale as a leaf boat. She realized the abnormality and ran to the doctor. Why did you hit the wind, dear? It's still cool in the morning. And right now, your face smells of sweat. The hands are cold. The rest of the people are paying attention to you. I also came to ask Han what she was doing. She said nothing, just stared at the ground. I also looked at Theo and suddenly realized under my feet, next to the leaves that have been swept clean, it's a charcoal slipper mark, printed on the old brick. The footprints are clearly rubber slipper marks, the kind that soldiers go. It's strange when you try to move up there with your hands. The slipper mark didn't open, but it made my mother mumble. How strange is that? Suddenly she used me to remember. The man I saw last night. It's this place. Maybe that's not the phone. She looked at the footprints and said it was something. The village girl suddenly threw the broom to the side, huddled behind Mom. My sister is a ghost. Your words smell like everyone has goosebumps. The aunt continued. Whatever the trace is, even after last night's rain, it had to go. People started to get so upset that I had to calm down. Just calm down. It's daytime, the devil can't hurt you. I've heard that if you're haunted by evil spirits, I can go to the temple and wear a peace charm. That's what I said. In fact, and my mother's heart is very confused. According to your mother, you and your aunt go to the temple. One is to pray for her to get through the accident. 2 is to ask the charm to wear for fear relief. Of those present, there was probably only one mother. Who thinks you're crazy? I pray for your crazy mother to be safe. The teacher heard you say softly that teaching. Adida Buddha. The Buddha of compassion is always in the heart of every person. If you work hard to be kind, if you do good, no devil can touch you. You heard the master say that. On the outside, yes, but still. Please give me some talismans. The master just shook his head and sighed. Adida Buddha. The temple is never narrow to sentient beings. When the owners asked, the temple also responded. But there are things. It's not just magic. It can't be solved. Girls, aunts and moms, each of you has a peace charm in your pocket. It is safe to hang on the neck. Everyone salutes you together. People came back from that day on. What day before going to bed, they also sit together in front of the temple and recite prayers. And I was afraid, so I didn't even dare to go to that house. I also told him about the man wearing a uniform in my dream, along with the incomprehensible sentence. I just laughed. Maybe I miss home so I can go home. She shook her head, not sure. That strange dream gradually sank into oblivion. My mother is busy with everyday tasks. Never rest your hands. Early morning of the 10th day, since she disappeared. I don't know if it was prayer, the heart of you, and aunt or not. She really came back. That morning she came to call her mother. My sister, my mother is back. There's a pot of pig bran in the kitchen. When you hear that, run away. Really, how are you? Are the crazy kids coming back? She was asked to shoot straight. Mom, go home alone. My brother is asking about you. My mother was in a hurry. Put out the kitchen and run. Left to her house. Of course she came back. When you get there, the house is full of people. Everyone also wants to see, where have you been these past few days? Are you crazy or not? However, contrary to the enthusiasm of the people, she had just returned and was in the locked room. There is no next day. I let the copper stand outside asking Han all kinds of things. I haven't seen her in half a day. Or talk. They all left the house, even though they were curious. But AI also has something to do. It's impossible to stay here. The next morning I went home and asked. Then the aunt pulled out this corner. My mother-in-law has been in the room since yesterday. I can't get out. He also refused to eat anything. I left the rice outside the door. You didn't even move your wand. When I heard that, I ran into the house to see it. Of course, I saw the copper. Then back to the threat. If you don't come out, I'll break through the door. Your words do indeed work. From inside the chamber there was Nan's creaking sound, the bed then, the sound of footsteps, and finally, the door of the room is creaking open. In front of everyone's waiting eyes. She showed up with a pale face. Her hair was dappled with silver and her eyes were deeply sunken. Only the lips are still red due to the habit of eating oil. She just opened the door for a second and closed it. When you can't even understand what's going on. I see my mother like that, Uncle Dong, and you can't help but feel sorry. I can't even talk to my grandmother. I had to go into the water begging my mother. Mom, if anything happens, you have to say it. Don't torture yourself like that. If your mother would nourish your body, I promise I'll find you crazy. A soft sigh. I saw the door open. I know you didn't close it, so? Gently come in. She went back to bed. Face into the wall, motionless like a log. He pulled the chair across from him, comforting him. And she didn't answer at all. Or is? Let me tell my family to make rice here for you. If you are hungry, teach me to eat. Uncle Dong, tell her to lower the rice. Bring food to the bedside. Then quietly go out. I guess you're listening to your news. That's crazy. Until the afternoon when you leave. She told me that she ate a little too. But I don't want to talk to anyone. Uncle Dong sighed. I was looking for my grandmother. Ask for advice. My grandmother came, but like my uncle. She shook her head. I can't make you open your mouth. Go out and talk to the kids. I told you, your mother is mentally ill. She used to love her crazy. Now it's isolated. She couldn't help but feel hurt. Now there's only one way to find her and get her back. Haze naturally she carved out. You are sad, Uncle. I thought so too, but where to find it? You know. I've been everywhere for 10 days and have visited every home. It's like turning ash into dust. Forever looking for RA. My grandmother pressed her voice. If you turn to dust, you have to find it. Can you find it? If you see the dead, you see the dead. I have this way across the river. The way BA Village has a dream girl sounds very talented. You try to go over there and ask her. She's crazy, you know. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. Just give me the dress. Or the missing person's belongings or use. So you can call him back. He scratched his head, scratched his ears hesitantly. I've actually never been to a fortune teller before. They don't believe in divination. I hit my grandmother on the shoulder. Or this guy. They say that if you have a disease, you have 4. Just procrastinate and don't mess up. Your mother's health is important. In the end, he promised to obey. My grandmother came back and I went back into the house. Call the girls and aunts down to whisper. He moved Dr. Chung back as my grandmother said. Women are better at divination than men. I think it's appropriate for you to go. I calculate tomorrow morning. Please help me take a trip to your dream house. How to help? When you heard this, you refused to push your hand. I can't go. I'm going to have a party. To the semi-holy places. If you get caught and lose your job. I don't know now. People are propagandizing against superstition. I'm still sitting there preparing the accounting leg. Whom does it catch? Then it's just like rice and porridge. Let's go. He looked at her and Miss Lone. But you all look down. I know my brothers want to refuse. Finally, he hit the table angrily. It's a bunch of useless motherfuckers. But thanks to a little bit of work, they all quit. Do you still have a conscience? You don't have to write a book. I'm Chung's mother. Why didn't you go and arrest us? You have your wife, tell her to go. I really don't want to ask you to lower it. It's because no one asks for a wife. Ever find a wife? This is inherent. You have to deal with it best. She sat there and saw the situation was tense. I know my husband is in a bad mood. Just let me go. Find someone to come home early on a good day. I can't leave you like that forever. I heard you say I was relieved. He looked at his wife with grateful eyes. The next day when it was still dry, she came home to find her mother. She stood outside the gate calling out to Hugh, Hugh. Come out and smell it. Today we go to the next village. I dream of calling you crazy. Are you going? My mother was also superstitious. As soon as I heard the smell, I agreed to go. I would also like to take this opportunity to see the family's future. I should have said this the other day. Take it down alone. I don't know why until the last minute. You've changed your mind. I agree to go with you to the dream house. She even called her mother to accompany her. So the group of people led each other on the road. A house with a dream lies alone in the middle of a field. The surrounding is a lush garden of flowers. She told me to open the door first. Leave the sisters to follow. The bird kept in the yellow lipstick cage. hanging on the grapefruit tree. I have a guest with a guest. All startled. She looked up at your father's eyes. Get me out of here, Tim. The bird seemed to understand the owner's behavior. It also doesn't fit. Wise bird makes a free cry. The wise speak a soft, easy-to-hear voice. All amazed at the bird's ingenuity. Auntie, you smell good. Look, he's calling you stupid. She smells good and takes one down. My mother had to interject her voice. Go inside and see if you are home. I really don't know if it's your sister and your husband. Although the appearance is harmonious. But actually inside, they are secretly jealous of each other. Jealous of each other in the way of sister-in-law. Especially when you're willing to be biased. Take care of your aunt. She once told me that her brothers were her own children. But not as crazy as the one I just came back from. Whatever is good, it's their turn. My sisters have no soul. If you don't want to mess with your boss, it's because of the copper. After all, I've had my voice before. To marry a crazy wife. Now you have to. Sour pictures to find a story with your aunt. Too bad you lost your wife. It's too bad for my brother. You know your worth. So many times, my sister-in-law teaches her husband. Make the girls warm. Once my mother came home and told me, the enemy on the corn is not as good as the grandmother on her husband's side. She summons to scatter cho. Still my brother-in-law lied to me that I was good too. That's why the relationship of people stab it in the face without consent. I'm not close or liked at all. The door to the dream is closed. People are low. I'm afraid today will come without seeing you. Just before they spoke, the wooden gate was slowly open even though there's no AI inside. People all use their terror. This house is so magical. Anyone who walks in here can't help but feel cold. The bird hanging on the tree. And suddenly it screams, it's stuck. Then he said, come in. Everybody push me down first. Even if you are afraid. But there's no way to move forward. Just in time to take one foot inside. Then from the corner of the house came laughter. She screamed a scream and ran outside. I just saw a scream go silent. Then the house went silent again. The figure of a woman appeared on the steps. Dress classy is somewhat flamboyant. If you want to see that, you can fold your hands. Hello to you, ma'am. My sister came to ask for your help. You can smell the rest of you. Home for everyone. The one standing in front of them. No one else is a dreamer. All say hello in unison. After the wave of hands, they pulled each other into the electricity. She dreams of standing in front of the altar. Up incense vow to murmur. Then Thong Dong sat down to watch. Sign everyone to sit down. Then she said, ask anyone who wants to ask. She quickly took the money and placed it on the plate. It's called the ceremony in front of you. She said it skillfully. According to what I discussed with my sisters before. I bow to you. Someone in our house has gone away, no news. I want to come to your door now. Let me show you whether he is alive or dead. If it's alive, I didn't know you could help. Do you call your soul back or not? She asked her aunt to read her name. The date of birth of the person to find, that's it. So far, everyone is stunned. Who knows the date of your birth? Everyone looked at each other awkwardly. She dreamt stupidly of a sip of tea. If there is no birth date, you can't know the identity of that person. to do what determines their survival. She told me again. Please pretend that he is not dead. Can I use something to call you back? She dreams of shaking her head, and the object is just a filler. The main thing is to have a name. Full along with the birth god itself. To pray to the devil. Ask the devil to bring it back. If there is no information about the missing person, what kind of vows do I make? My mother sitting next to me had an idea. Mother said, I asked you to watch it for me. Your family is coming. Is there a good thing or a bad thing? She asked her aunt to stand in front of the altar, the heart of vow, to get a tattoo. After getting the tattoo, she gave it back to her husband for a long time. She dreamt softly of the brute. That's the dung hexagonal. Someone died in your house, didn't they? Your aunt is bewildered by everyone. In my house, no one died. She said it's on the hexagon. It's obvious. Obviously, someone died in your house. After this tang, there is a very heavy limit. Everyone was nervous about her words. She wanted to bow down to her. This tang is tang old or young? Is it male or female? When I say this, Aunt Ton, and everyone thought maybe the crazy girl was dead. And the tang she dreamt of was the tang she was crazy about. But she frowned that she was the great tang. It's bad. You have to be prepared. Within a month, more people died. The rest can't avoid bad things. The dream girl's words confused all. She was clinging to the skirt anxiously. Are there more dead? Auntie. Aunt, see help. Is there a way to help your family solve the accident? This is not. Grandma don't dream. They put beetle nut into chewing and then die. There is a way, but it is difficult. Fortunately, the ceremony is over. Unfortunately, it takes a few times. It's just a relief to the ears. At the saw, she was wondering. It also depends on the blessing of the house. Ask more about the budget for the release. She said she was going to have a funeral. Ask your ancestors to show you the way. To preserve the touch and protect the children. In addition to ordinary offerings such as fruit cakes, betel nut water rice, flowering incense lamp, gold coins top. Then your family will have to pay more for your meals. Copper. This release doesn't just happen one day at a time, but continuously for 7 days. Every day, the ceremony must be replaced with a new one. Profile. It would have cost millions at the time. My wife just said that. It doesn't explain much. When they finally came back, she reminded them. Then you can go home and talk. Do this as soon as possible for a long time. I'm afraid it's hard to save. It is best to do it before 15 lunar years this month. When everyone comes to the door, suddenly she called her mother back. I don't know what the dream girl told me. When I came out of the house, I was like a lost soul. Meanwhile, you and your wife. I went and analyzed what the woman had said. She said, Master Chung Chung's words are too specific. You invaded words. Because there's not much to say about her either. Maybe she threatened me. She sighed if she had a long ceremony. In my words, it costs too much. I was wrong. It's easy to lose a pig. Miss UT Lone last expression. He said more people would die in a month. I'm just worried about my mom. If you're crazy and you die, I'm afraid she won't survive either. People are confused and worried when they hear that. Finally she closed. Let me tell you about this and let me decide. I'm not sure what you said worked. If anything, let's go ask some other teachers. Then she turned to her mother. Detect the mother's unusual facial tone. Hugh, sister, do you know why your face is so pale? Don't you feel well? Before the interest of the cranes, I'm just silent. She wanted to slow down and wait for her mother and ask her, what are you doing? You hit the wind. Stop stopping on the day of the road so I can oil chow. We sisterwe. You smell forever. Mom was startled. He woke up as if he had just escaped from a coma. Mom stuttered. Well, I'm not. She teases. To die or... She was threatened by her dream partner. It's not easy to get lost in the clouds. Well, you were. What are you going to say to her? I took a deep breath and slowly. I mean, she asked me something. Told me to be careful. If possible, take your children somewhere else. Go as far as you can. So she asked me what she said. She asked if she had been dreaming about the sound lately. And in recent days, I've been losing sleep. People are tired. Eating is not good. Hot intestine. What she's talking about, they have to go there. Then she told me to sew the hexagons. When she finished, she said, if possible, my husband should take the children. Go as far away as you can. Hey, you guys tell me what to do. You villagin. Maybe she threatened you. I heard that there are many grandparents, say 1 to 10, so that people are afraid to give a lot of money. After all, it doesn't work. Your house is healing and you have to go. Mom is still pushing. But you said they're nuts. All the things I've seen lately. They told me to do it without worrying. I remember last night when I was sleeping. I dreamt that I heard an AI call. I try to open my eyes, I see in the dark. Stand at the bottom of the bed. It's a shadow staring at me. I was so scared that I closed my eyes and wanted to cover the blanket. You don't really understand. Why can't you move? It's like there's some invisible force that's wrong. Your eyes must be wide open. I saw the shadow at the end of the bed. The sound of my mother's ears. Get up now. Don't be here. Get up now. I want to scream. I can't move or open my mouth. Until the shadow is gone, I'm gone. Until you hear her calling outside the gate. I just woke up. She came here suddenly and said. The woman's words cannot be disregarded. I just walked into the house. I heard howl and howl at the 6 doors. They say that the parents. Is it at home or raising in soldiers? The phantom scoundrels. Often the wrong owner goes everywhere. He knows all kinds of things in heaven and earth. So the information is very clear. I think, the dream girl said that I must pay attention. When you hear this, you lie. Don't talk anymore. I can't believe you're being threatened in the face. Hooey, don't be afraid. Tomorrow I will ask for a few more words. My sister went to see it for sure. She was silent as if thinking about something. Go to your aunt's house. Bring the story back to the copper. According to the words, she said it could be a crazy girl. She's dead. It's coming. Looks like my house is pretty tight. If you want to relax, you have to celebrate. And he also mentioned the issue of funding. I said, according to your calculations, if you do what your wife says, my house will have to lose a lot of money. The woman also said, fortunately, it was solved once. And in bad cases, it's easy to solve 2 or 3 times. What do you mean? That's a pretty good amount of frown. It's easy to copy the size of a pig. What did you say? To kill people or saw, but to the pig we owe or. Don't tell me it's because of this. If you want to solve it, it takes a lot of effort. Regardless of your salary, the rules must be decent. Then the gods and the gods will testify. Uncle Dong said that. Is that the psychic is trying to shout the price of exploiting the uncle? I just want to eat human flesh. Tomorrow, try to find someone else. At first I wanted to ask her to call me back. I'm not a parole officer, am I? My house is still feeling like this. Speed up something. She sighed. Know that. My husband is hurting, so he doesn't know how to do it. Hair growth is a thing of the future. If you want to stop it, you have to stop it. That's what you said. But what do you say about what happened? And you look at your mother, and it's like this. I'm worried. I keep an eye on my wife and forbid you to talk. You're so healthy, you won't cry. You just find the crazy one and you're out of it. Your Majesty is patient. But missed. If he doesn't come back the night, he'll do it. Uncle Dong said. That's the fate. I have to accept that. If we had kids quickly, I believe she will be healed. The determination of the copper is unshakable. My aunt is worried. Look in the room. Then look at her husband's back. But in the heart of low anxiety. Tell this to your husbands. Contrary to your expectations. She smells calm, she says. Your partner, he's right. Throwing money out the window. There is a lot of acid in the baby. Just calm down and see how. Hi, I've calculated it. In a few days, I will look for you again. Come here, you can only breathe. In the meantime, my mother also brought the matter at the teacher's house to tell my father. Just like the copper. My father just heard it. If it was the number, it doesn't change anything. Don't make unwarranted statements. And make it all mess up. But I'm worried. Twice I have dreamed that someone told me to go. Get as far away from here as you can and don't come back. Brother, I'm just afraid that my house will die. My father smiled reassuring. It's probably about Auntie Orgy with her crazy. It makes me think like that. There is a saying that dreams often go against the truth. I hear what you're worried about. If the sky falls down, I will carry Cho here. I can only breathe when I hear you say that. I thought to myself. I'm afraid that Yang can't handle this. You guys are lucky. I thought that was it, and now I don't know how to do it. That night I dreamed again. I dreamed that I was in a dark room. In front of him appeared a dead body. The body is on the bed. The bugs are buzzing at the same time. The white maggots keep falling. Crashed on the floor. Maggots crawl all over my mother's feet. I'm scared. I wanted to turn around and run away, but I couldn't find the way out. Suddenly the dead body sat up. He opened his lifeless, clouded eyes to his mother. He grinned at his yellow teeth and laughed. I'm afraid of falling back and stuttering without words. Auntie Orgy. The same dream over and over again makes me tired. I decided to find my grandmother. Tell the story to get an opinion. As opposed to my father, my grandmother listened to the story meticulously. Two people whispered something for a long time. Finally, I stood up to find my aunt. Halfway through, Mom meets her fragrant face panicked and sweaty. I just saw my mother say, "My sister, my mother is missing again." Missing? Ever been missing? Have you searched? She smells good. We search all over. It's everywhere and I don't know where you're going. This morning I found out she wasn't in the room. The gate is still locked. I thought my mom was going to the bathroom, but I can't see RA forever. I risked opening the door and I couldn't see anyone. Not even in the garden. At this point, I have a bad feeling. Have you gone out to look for it? When you hear that, it makes both of you nervous. Rushed home there. Just got back to where they ran. The copper is waiting around on its own ever. She invaded Miss Lone and her aunt down on the shore of the shrine. Although the shadow of the old woman has not yet found. I asked right away, "Why are we here? Let's go find it." She pointed to the slippers on the shore. My mother's slippers. My mother fell into the pond and died. Neighbors with brothers. The foreigners are also coming more and more. Help me find the old lady. For a long time without seeing anyone, the guy is panting and lying on the ground. Your body is covered in mud and dirt. I don't understand why. Picture of the copper. This reminds me of the body. Good at bugging bugs. In my dreams. She ran out of the crowd and threw up. I looked up at the beginning of summer. There are traces of blood on it. Follow the blood trail. I realized I was standing in front of the cow's door. Orgy itself ever. I can't think of anything. I push the door in. A cold wind blowing in. It makes me shiver. The smell of blood. I can't help but bend over and vomit. When you look up, oh. I screamed for an hour. Then the people outside the pond were startled. People rushed in to watch. I saw my mother falling to the ground. To crawl backwards. Just go into the room and say no. Aunt pimp ghost. I was the first to run in. It was dark in the room like a jar of buttons. I turned on the light but the light was not on. My father ran as fast as lightning to open the window. Let the light in. The light reached the corner of the room. There's a creature moving. When you can't define God. I'm also startled by this hideous creature. I looked closely and realized it was a man. Aunt Kwan. Oh my God. Aunt Kwan. The woman sitting in the corner of the house was glad. But she didn't speak up. She just kept quiet and covered her face. It's like fear of the light makes you blind. He also looked at Theo. He ran to untie his half-white hair. The other half is hiding on my mother's face. I'm sorry, Mom. Mom, where are you going? We can't find it like this forever. You scared us to death. Bunch of orgies like a terrified child, nestled in the copper uncle. The ladies and gentlemen hurried around. You smell like crying in silver, Mom. You scared the hell out of us. Did you know that everyone goes? Have you been in the pond all day? Daddy bullies her sweet. It's good that she found your mother. Go to the kettle and take a shower. Let her go. Standing here and blaming, Yower. I turned to everyone Chen wished. Standing close to the entrance. Thank you for being there to support my brother. I see your aunt now. So everybody, go home now, go home now. Someone in the crowd is complaining. Granny orgy in the room. And no one found out. I don't know what kind of shit it is. Perhaps the most surprising ones are to mention. Uncle, co-wife, uncle and daughters. Because from the very beginning, they threw up the entire room looking for her. But what do you see? I can't believe she was there in a moment. When it was all over, my father turned to look at my mother. I can't stay in the house right now and just stand there. Look outside the door. Dad pulls Mom out the door. I was so excited about this. What I saw. Mom doesn't seem to be finished yet. I told you, brother. I don't know when you opened the door. I saw your mouth full of blood. Harrier's drooping lifeless eyes looking at you. Looks scared. It's like it's not my aunt. I realized with a sigh that my aunt was thin. There's only skin and bones left. My hair is half white. I don't understand the scented boys. How do they take care of their mother? My mother's close to the baby's father. Don't yell at them. Basically, the aunt refused to eat. Every time I come, I see the scented boy. Or the ginseng brings rice and porridge into the pond. That earlier, do you see anything strange in my room? I thought for a moment, you're right. I also have a fishy smell like raw fish. Mom remembers bloody pictures and her face orgy. Then shiver. She spoke small enough for herself to hear. Maybe she ate raw fish. Dad seems to have the same thought. Could she be mentally ill? You see the action. She's not normal at all. Maybe you have to tell the guy. Take the old lady to the doctor, so this is not okay. I also nodded in agreement. Even though there are many reasons in my heart. Today I want to ask you to find the dream girl. To sew one more hexagonal. I can't believe what happened to the old lady. This has to be shelved. Afternoon of the same day. Mom, go over there and bring the egg basket. To give the old lady some flour. As soon as I arrived, I was in a hurry. Pull Mom to one side, low vertical. I am so lucky that you are looking for me too. This morning, my sister went to the grandmother's house to dream again. I'm worried. I've been feeling restless lately. The liver keeps getting hot. I have a feeling that my house is about to happen. When she finds an ally, she immediately nods. She said I meant it too. If my mother-in-law hadn't gone missing this morning, I must have asked you to leave. The two talked for a long time. I handed her a basket of eggs and told her. The house is nothing. There are only a few chicken eggs that eat grain. Bring it to the old lady. Tomorrow morning I will wait for you at the village. Remember, don't let your uncle know. Or you will be scolded. She nodded and said to wait a moment. My aunt ran into the house. Take the chicken leg and put it in the bucket bag. A lot of people give my mother food and drink. You put the chicken back. I brought this leg back and fed it to you. Mom shy extrusion push rejection. Finally not brought back. The next morning, when I was about to leave, suddenly I heard the neighbor next door yelling at me. Father, the father in the back, the father in the back, the father in the back. When you walk by, you see my chicken. Let him go wherever he comes in. Let him go back to the herd. If only by greed. If you hire me, I curse you. My father died 10 years ago, your father died. You stole my grandmother's chicken. If it's at your house, it's a chicken. He came into your house, he turned out to be the fox owl, the crow, the kite, the river snake stream, the red-billed pelican. He killed his wife, his husband, his son. Your first daughter. Father 5 lives 10 lives 30 lives of your family. The chicken is chicken. Their father lives, they die, they're all on earth. They are under the grave, your house. Put on your hat and listen to the words you curse. She poured into the door, she vomited into the house. She pissed where you eat, where you lie. Your father is sitting across from you. The literary reader who holds the radio, the pig-chewed book. Your ears are stuck. You roll up your shirt and you hear her curse. She cursed, she poured into your door. Your greed hired you to catch her chicken. He stood at the top of the lane with a green flag. He stood at the head of the bed with a red flag. He took his name and his age. You give me your head. You're out. You turn your left hand. Your right hand, you caught my chicken. 5 of them died, 50 of them died. You're dead. Let the ghost scream. Your house is dead, let him carry it out. People in the house lie down. Your house dies like ashes, like rice husk. Dead bear like a dead straw, no one. It's because you stole my grandmother's chicken. He caught your chicken. It grows wings in its throat. Hobby A customs officials make you go to work hammock. The women pants, catch your chicken. Hobby A customs officer forced you to do martial arts. To feed the dog. Rabid dog general. Tiger dog dragon god. 12 dog things. It's picking up the road to your house. It's chewing vegetables. He drinks blood. You can't eat your grandmother's house. If you want to eat, you can eat. Bring the pan out behind the front. The upside down. He passed her back and forth. Pisses water to bring back. You guys eat together. Oh. Your father's 50 lives and 30 lives. People digging and dissecting the National Code excavated. Turn on your gas. You didn't pay her the chicken. Then she won't forgive. She won't forgive you. Oh. Oh, chicken. The one who is complaining is Mrs. 8, a famous stone woman in this village. 8 has no husband. Alone in the house right near my house. Separated by a fence of corn powder. She cursed for a while and sounded tired. You just breathe cowardly. I just saw my mother's shadow. And she kept on talking. Oh, my God, I swear, it's broken. The relatives of thieves and robbers. The thief of the Tao 7 gray chickens 8 yellow chickens. You feed your husband. Cho your son Cho collapse temple Cho family collapse. Your father's grave is gone. Let yourself sit there and eat. Oh, my God, those furry dog pants. Eat pink seeds. The sky trousers hit your holy thing. Mrs. 8 kept pointing at my house. There's nothing strange about this. Because there's a chicken coop 8 blocks from my house. So whenever you lose, what you're doing to destroy my house is stealing. My parents have been wronged many times by her. Gentle nature. So just hold back until it's done. That's it, but it's done. Many times it's become RA. But especially this time. Early in the morning, she raised her voice. 3 villages to listen to. My father is sleeping in the house and he can't stand it. Run out loud. If you lose 8 chickens, you have to find them. Why do you sit at the head of the street and curse like that? In the morning, you have to keep it. What do you mean by your father? I lost my chicken. I can't eat or sleep. It's like a thief. It's eating now. It's blooming. Then it's full today and tomorrow it will be full. Mrs. 8 looked at my father furiously. I know she means to curse me. Hot daddy Nape. If you know who's stealing from your house, you find it. No one will listen to you if you curse. Grandma 8 Eyes. If I know exactly who it is, I'm digging. She's his mother. I swear, I'm not. I also woke up to the sound of a couple. Mom and Dad 8. Look out the door. Mrs. 8 saw me when her eyes lit up. She ran in and grabbed my hand and dragged it out into the yard. You're the one who stole my chicken. Yesterday I saw you sitting on the porch eating chicken legs. You tell me. Is it your parents who stole my chicken? Meat for you to eat. My mother rushed to remove my hand and then pointed at her face. 8. Don't be ridiculous. She's a child. Why would she do that? Our house. There's no poverty, there's no stealing. When I was defended by my parents, I cried. She took my hand into the house and coaxed it all. But Mrs. 8 still refused to let go. She's sitting in my yard. Her legs fluttered so that she ate. Oh. Water Village, come and see this. Come out here and see all these thieves. They stole my chicken. They're still together. Together is bullying this old lady. Oh, my village. The sound of her voice. 8. Of course, the whole village was shocked. But no one came to help her. Everybody's standing by their house with their heads out. That's it. Because of the way this woman used to be. How is AI strange? She screamed for a moment, and she 8 lay moaning. She pretended to cry. I see you're going to play the old song again. So turn the runner 1 circuit inside. Bring a glass of water. Granny, drink some water. After drinking to get strength, you will continue to curse. She glared at me and threw a glass of water at the gate. The glass that hit the AI's foot is coming in. That's your aunt. Maybe you waited too long for my mother. That's why I came back here. I just saw my 8-year-old surprised. What's going on, guys? My mom told me about turning to her 8. Yesterday's chicken thigh. The little boy ate it and I gave it to him. Who stole your chicken? Before cursing anyone, you have to understand the industry. Don't blame others like that. Mrs. 8 stood up with her face down. You are a gut. You guys are the ones. You're fighting for each other. Just wait. One day I will take my hand, I will take my hand. There was no denying it. I didn't just say yes. I'm waiting for your day. And now you're back. Watch the chicken coop or you'll lose a few more. I can't do anything about my parents, and she's 8 and she comes out. As she walked past her aunt, she deliberately poked a question. Hideous. If you are not close to your husband, tell him. My aunt lowered her horn to run to the roof with her 8. But my mother is crazy. Come on, come on. Please don't accept that kind of person. Sow the seeds and reap the fruit. There is nothing to live for. You are old enough to suffer like that. Who can stand it? When she was 8, her mother and aunt remembered the story to be done. It was to go to the dream grandmother's house. But now you two feel that the land is falling apart. I told you to leave tomorrow. It's like this. Your Majesty also agrees. Before I left, I forgot to light the candles. Saw. All day it was raining and dancing. Then came the relentless fake night. Late at night, my father and I were still curled up in the blanket, hugging each other goodnight. I didn't know she was still conscious. It's partly because my mind is worried. And that's partly because the rain crashed on the roof, harmonized with the sound of dog bites. 8 from her house. I can't sleep forever lying around. I heard a cry for help somewhere. I looked up at the ear. I'm back to shake my father. England. England, wake up. Dad, he just cracked his eyes. Leave it alone. Let people sleep. Looks like somebody's calling for help. I didn't hear it wrong, it's from over there. Dad opened his eyes wide and woke up with his mother to listen to the situation. Carefully once again, the sound came from Mrs. 8's house. That's the girl's voice. Even though I hate this woman. But parents, I'm not the kind of person who finds death unsalvageable. Even though it's still pouring cold rain, Dad threw the blanket on the bed. Go find my jacket. And run over there with a flashlight. Standing outside the gate I called. Mrs. 8, what's wrong with Mrs. 8? 8 running out of her house with joy. This is my life, my life. Please help me, I have a sprained leg. Uncle, you can't go. The gate locked. My father had to climb inside. I have found you 8. Our falling mango waves outside the chicken coop, all wet and covered in mud. My father hurriedly helped her up. But maybe she couldn't walk because of the pain. Daddy didn't have to carry her. Go inside and put 8 on the chair. My father asked me why late at night. What are you doing out there? She was 8. I heard the chicken. The light in the cage. Let's find out who stole the chicken. Me. I ran out to the place where I was going to catch him alive. It ran away. I slipped and couldn't stand up. You're lucky. My father bent over to look at her painful leg 8. It's a sprain. Stay here now. I called my family to help me change my clothes. Then I bandaged Cho's wound. 8 grandmother, helped by her parents, is ashamed of the morning. Her voice dropped. I was wrong this morning. I blame you, uncle and uncle, for being generous. My father wagged his hand. Forget the old story and what to do from now on. Don't be like that anymore. My husband is not to blame either. There is a thief. I'll call the village chief to investigate. He stole a house. Maybe they steal other houses. Then he stole from the whole village. Before I left, I told her to lock the door carefully. Because you're alone, it's easy for criminals to break in. The next morning my parents woke up. Just walked out of the alley, have heard lewd gossip. Something about losing chickens, losing a duck, or even a dog. In the countryside at that time, the economy of every house was difficult. Not much work either. There are some young people out there. Sometimes we gather to steal. All doubts immediately fell on the big boys. He's a guy who just got out of prison, leading the new generation of blood-loving heroes. The villagers questioned about this. He's angry, red-faced, like this fighting chicken. To be honest with you guys, you are a prison camp criminal. But everything you do has rules. I dare not hide. If you steal, you go to the land of thieves. They never steal in the village. About this, make people doubt it's wrong for you. Even if you say that, some villagers don't believe you. Hot guy, he claims. Within 7 days, he's going to find the thief. To exonerate ourselves and our brothers,